This episode is proudly brought to you by the Afrocentric Group, Southern Africa's most diversified healthcare group, building a winning health offering. Hello and welcome to another edition of AI Impact Talk with me, Tim Bekile Mkhototo. On this episode, we're going to talk about AI as well as innovation and the future of connectivity. And I'm not going to be having a monologue, certainly. We are in very capable hands today. We're joined, in fact, by Dr. Noxolo Khubeka Dlamini from Telkom. She is the Chief Digital and Information Officer with Telkom. Good to have you on AI Impact Talk, Doctor. And thank you for joining us. I sort of laid out the foundation for our conversation, but I wonder what an evolving world of AI does then for an organization as big as Telkom that has lived through multiple transitions in the space.
Sure, it's been quite a journey and a very interesting one there is. And we definitely not going to be left behind as Telkom. We can't afford to. I mean, AI is disrupted all the organizations. And there's no way, if you want to stay relevant, remain a known brand and a respectable brand, a trustworthy brand, you would not capitalize on AI. I mean, if you look at Telkom presence, we've really been growing from strength to strength, especially given our history, where we come from. So AI is one of those capabilities that are really, really helping us to catch up in terms of capturing the markets, but not just catch up, but make sure that what you offer as services to our customers are not only meaningful, but they talk to the experience that they're expecting from a trusted provider. Things.
And how would you say then, as someone who's on the inside, artificial intelligence has perhaps reshaped Telkom as an organization?
So, look, for us, AI is broad, right? I mean, there's conversational AI. People, are mostly familiar with ChatGPT. But for us in Telkom, we really are using AI for all our intelligent operations. We're focusing on network, leveraging AI for our network, where we're looking at optimization of our network to up the availability. But we're also looking at making sure that we've got we leverage AI for predictive maintenance. I mean, our network is deterministic, and we make sure that we're always available from a connectivity point of view, and we minimize all the disruptions. So from a network point of view, it's very, very, very important. But we don't just focus on the core of the network in terms of the services that we're providing, but we also look at it from a customer experience point of view, because we exist to service our customers. If we don't serve our customers and we don't delight them, there's not going to be stickiness. They're not going to stay with us. I mean, the competition is rough. We all know that. So we need to make sure that not only do we understand our customers intimately, but we understand their needs irrespective of where they are. That's why we leverage AI for digital identity, in terms of understanding you as a customer, in terms of how you behave when you are at a Telkom store, where you are on social media, and so forth, because we want to make sure that at any given point, we are able to surface and provide the services that are speaking to you. And obviously, we do generate some revenue through that in terms of cross-sell and upsell, but we don't want to irritate our customers, because we want our customers to always know that Telkom understands my needs intimately, irrespective of what I'm doing. And we are able to pop up relevant solutions. We don't just cross-sell for the sake of cross-selling. So it's very important, yeah.
And on that note, you're in a unique position as Telkom, because your customer could be me on my phone, right? But it could also be the company that I work for with offices in various parts of the country.
Yeah.
How do you even determine the needs of the Telkom customer of today, given the wide range that you cover of people and organizations?
That's a very interesting one. So in Telkom, we don't just connect you. We connect your family. We connect the society and the people that you're living with. Let's take an example of a family.
Right.
I mean, you would have a Telkom account yourself. You probably have kids. And we would love for you to make sure that your kids are also connected through Telkom. You know what I'm saying? You've got a business on the side. We would love for your business to be powered by Telkom. You know what I'm saying? And then your business partners, when they see our services being efficient, being deterministic, never failing, and we being responsive to your requirements, what are the chances that your business partners are not going to want to come to Telkom? They are, because we sell our services through making sure that we delight you, but there is a guarantee in terms of what you're buying and the offerings that we have.
So how does AI help you then to speak to the needs of everyone who falls within, let's call it a family tree that you've just laid out?
So for us, remember, so maybe let me explain it like this. So what we've done, because we've got multiple partners that we actually are engaging with, right? And we've got OEMs that are selling solutions that we also leverage to be able to service you better. And everybody is providing something that is AI powered. So what we've done, we've taken it upon ourselves to create our own Anchor AI platform, which then helps the organization in making sure that as we're plugging in the partners that are coming to provide services, helping us to service you as a customer, it's done in a structured manner. The orchestration is seamless, but beyond just the orchestration, there are rules that actually govern how we engage. Why we're doing that, it's important for us to protect you as we engage from a privacy point of view, from trust. There are issues of biasness, so we are able to make sure that when we come to you as a trusted service provider, you are actually comfortable. But we don't stop there. What we also do, we've just recently launched a super app.
Right.
Yeah, at face value, it looks like a normal super app, but actually it's not, because what we're then doing, we leverage the insights that we generate through understanding you intimately, through understanding your digital identity, through understanding your expectations from an experience in hyper-personalization, to then through the app, when you're using the app, to surface the products, services at a given point in time that are relevant to you, which are things that we would not be able to do before us leveraging the power of AI.
Is it fair to say that perhaps one of the things that AI allows you to do as an organization is to figure out the needs of the client or the customer even before they realize that actually this is what I'm facing and this is the solution I require?
That's the absolute power of AI. Remember, with AI, because of the reasoning, the power of reasoning that we're getting, the inferences that we're getting through AI, the algorithms that are doing things that a normal human being, even if you're a superhuman, you wouldn't be able to do. You wouldn't be able to do. And through the data that we have and we own, that we keep on making sure that we're investing in making sure that it's cleaner, it's relevant, and there are no mistakes when we are actually approaching you. Only AI can actually help us do this. So we are very hard at work in terms of making sure that in anything and everything that we're doing, we leverage AI either to power the platforms that we're using, power our digital channels that we're using to engage with yourselves, but also we go beyond that. We provide self-service so that at the comfort of your home, anywhere you are able to engage our services. Right. And at each point you're engaging the services, they are relevant because we are powered by AI. You wouldn't see it. But that's why we remain relevant and we're growing as a business.
And two things from what you said that I've picked up. So innovation is clearly important to your organization, but also responsible governance, trust, security.
Yes.
How do you innovate to a level that is beneficial to you and the client, while also ensuring that the governance the governance element is not compromised?
Okay, that's a nice one. So when how we look at innovation is important, but innovation doesn't mean that you must now do things that are unethical. You must now approach your creativity in a manner that's going to compromise the trust from the customers whom you're serving. Innovation doesn't mean that you must now undermine regulatory requirements insofar as privacy is related. All that AI does, it actually accelerates and fast track the production or creation of ideas informed by AI, because remember, we're generating insights.
Right.
The more insight we generate, the better we are in terms of positions to actually understand our customers. So when we innovate in terms of the products and services and how we package those to the customer, it makes it even more effective.
So that then is, I suppose, the very definition perhaps of privacy and personalization happening at the same time.
Yes. So in fact, we don't just even end there. So when we look at AI, we also spoke about connectivity, right? So how we look at it is that AI and connectivity are reciprocal, right? They're reciprocal in the sense that for AI to be managed and function at scale, you need stable connectivity, you need deterministic connectivity. But at the same time, we use the very same AI to monitor and optimize and make sure that there's self-healing capabilities for the very same network that is allowing us to provide.
You are working these systems.
Exactly, connectivity. And there's no way you can do it without being innovative in how you actually approach it. Because whilst you are hard at work, our customers cannot afford for your networks to be done, to be switched off. You can't. So innovating behind the scenes in terms of making sure that the network is not just healthy, but it is reliable, it is dependable, whilst making sure that the products and services that you're offering through the insights that you're generating from understanding our customers also works. Yeah.
And Telkom is, in South Africa's context, you're much older than many of your competitors, right?
Yes.
And that means you've had people, perhaps who've been with the company from the beginning,
Yes.
if they are still in the system. But the landscape and the industry have evolved so much that it requires deliberate action to ensure that the people in the organization who the customer, the client deals with are up to speed with where we are as an as an organization and where you're going. In what ways do you ensure that no one is left behind internally?
Okay. So for us, digital literacy is very important. And we are a technology business, if you really think about it. So anything and everything that you're doing has to do or is dependent on technology or powered by technology in some way or the other, right? And if you look at the history, which we are proud of, we come from a fixed line business. And you're talking about people that are still there, that understand that business, but they were able to embrace the change.
And evolve.
And evolve. So this is even much easier because there was the biggest change. Now we are sustaining and extending and scaling up within the same mobile business that we are at. And innovation, is encouraged. We even have specific teams and departments. We run competitions to actually encourage people. We've got specific training programs that are designed to actually make sure that anyone and everyone who's an employee is comfortable in their own skin in terms of their ability to work the technology and leverage even the latest technologies such as AI. We have programs that we are running. We actually also have digital walkthroughs where people come and sit with us to actually understand what it is that's coming their way, what is it that they can expect. And all our solutions are driven by business. Our digital transformation program is actually business-led because they are the ones who understand the business intimately and the use cases that they need to be solving for that are coming out of the outputs that we get from our AI understand investments. And they're driving it. So I'm very impressed and very happy with the support that we're getting from business. In fact, when you're talking to our business people, you don't get a sense that you're actually talking from non-IT people. It's the same as when you're talking to IT people or engineers that are supporting our business because they understand their business that much more and they understand that our existence is really dependent on what? Digital transformation, of which AI is one of the biggest drivers to date.
And how has the organization been able to navigate the sometimes awkward conversation around a transforming workplace in terms of what AI is able to offer to an organization of your size and employees who sometimes are nervous about what it means about the future of their role within Telkom?
Okay. So besides the programs that are available to everyone, there is no role or functional area that is not catered for in terms of making sure that there are programs that speaks to them. But more than anything, in Telkom, we don't see AI as a threat.
Right.
And we communicate that and we make sure that our employees are actually very comfortable with it because it's not, right? We still need human intelligence, right? As much as AI gives us the power of reasoning and inference at the level and scale that we wouldn't be able to do at a human level, but we still need human intelligence in terms of the interpretations of what's happening, and we're repurposing some of the functions in a way that then helps the organization to still be able to tap into the domain knowledge, the understanding of the processes, the culture that comes with it, and the understanding of the people and the communities whom we serve. Because AI can give you the insights, but if it's not matched by someone or people who understand the business and the vision for the business, it's not going to work.
And
So,
just on that point, then more broadly, let's zoom out a little bit, because I'd love to hear your thoughts actually on AI, its potential in the South African context.
Yeah.
When you consider that we're trying to get more jobs created, get people out of unemployment, etc. At that level, what excites you in terms of the possibilities?
Sure, you know what? AI is good, not just for South Africa, not just for SADC, not just for Africa, but for the world. I mean, that's fact. So in South Africa, connectivity is an issue. In fact, I'm going to make an example. One time I was driving in Soweto, and I was curious to actually understand why there were groups of kids outside the library.
Right.
Guess what was the answer?
Were they connecting?
They were connecting
To the Wi-Fi?
to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow.
So you can understand the desperation that kids would leave their homes just to get access.
And now schools are requiring you to do homework online, right? Google.
Exactly. So in Telkom, we actually pride ourselves by making sure that when we speak connectivity, we're not just focusing on businesses and the people who are actually our customers and paying, but we look at how we're impacting education positively, how we're helping the government from a health and care point of view, and how do we support small, medium organizations to also have access. And it doesn't end with access, because access only speak, and it's meaningful connectivity, if I may add, meaningful connectivity. And when we're talking access through inclusion, we don't leave equity on the side, because you can have access, but if you don't have the means, you don't have the tools, and you're coming from a poor background or marginalized communities, connectivity is not going to help. You still need that device to be able to connect. You still need to be digitally literate to be able to leverage off the connectivity that you have. If you're a small, medium, informal sector, you understand, an entrepreneur. Right. We need to be able to help you find ways beyond connectivity of making sure that you can leverage the applications that are available through open source that can help your business to actually thrive, so that you can participate meaningfully in the digital economy that we are all creating. And as Telkom, it's really one of those things that are exciting us. In fact, I'm proud to be working for Telkom at this point. I mean, there are other projects around DPI, digital public infrastructure, that we are also supporting as Telkom. And because we've got the largest footprint, it makes it easy for us to be able to actually assist and participate in that program that looks beyond and goes beyond connectivity, because connectivity alone does not equate empowerment.
You use the phrase meaningful connectivity. Yes. Why is that such an important thing to do for Telkom at a time when it's easier perhaps to concentrate on the bottom line and profits?
Yeah. So we're not just about bottom line and profits. We really take our role in the country seriously. And if you think back where we come from, remember Molo Mhlobo Wami advert?
Yes. That's an iconic advert.
Exactly. So that's who we are. We're connecting the unconnected. You know, the banks, they bank the unbanked. We connect the unconnected that are coming from remote areas, making sure that we can help in those areas to facilitate meaningful lives, but also the meaningful connectivity for us speaks largely to the equity part, to say we don't just connect you and we leave you. We also help find through partnership means and ways of making sure that through that connectivity, you can then leverage and utilize for the betterment of your life. Because if it's betterment of your life, it's betterment of your family, it's betterment of the people around you.
And I mean, for people who, if I doubt there's anyone who's going to listen to this conversation who hasn't seen the ad, the Molo Mhlobo advert, it's set in a village, right? Elderly neighbor gets, you see a Telkom van come in, they connect. It's back when landlines were the thing to get in terms of the meaning of connectivity 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. Is the new definition for connectivity access to Wi-Fi, the net, etc.?
Yes. So, but why we're stressing on meaningful connectivity, it's not just about internet and being able to. It's about the possibilities through the applications, the services that you are able to access. Remember earlier what I said, education, you must make it simple for a child that's studying in one of the rural areas to have access to some form of educational program.
Open source.
You know what I'm
options.
saying? That are available to them. Not just internet for social media, but for meaningful things that are bettering our lives. When we think of the clinics out there, right? When the medication is available, through that you have access, you can get to the clinic, shorten the clinics, you understand?
The queues, yes.
And all of those things. They are elderly, you understand, women in
I'm thinking of things like
yeah.
people used to have a clinic card.
Yes.
How do we make that an easier process so that even if it's lost, you can still keep track of your appointment, etc.?
And etc. And there are zero-rated services that we're also supporting as Telkom to facilitate such in partnership with government. And those are the things that we pride ourselves in. And we don't just take what we're being asked to actually participate in. We make sure that we also provide suggestions and come innovative ways of facilitating the meaningful connectivity, which goes beyond and takes care of equity issues. I mean, we know the social issues that we're dealing with, and we can't pretend that we're living in an isolated world. And for Telkom, those are largely our customers, so we have to give something back.
So lastly then, on that note, what does AI mean to you as a South African, as a person, and as a professional who's in the space?
Yeah. Exciting times, but it's infinite possibilities for me. We are able to do things quicker, more meaningful, at a scale that we could never have anticipated. And what I also like, if you understand the role of AI and you are leveraging it correctly, either for your small business, from education, you are a student, or you are actually using it to grow and sustain your business. The possibilities are really infinite, which is why even the topic, I like how the topic was actually taught, it's AI, innovation, and connectivity. Because if you innovate around it and you understand the power of AI, then you would know that there's so much more that you can do just to benefit our society, benefit humanity at large. So it's a very powerful development, and we shouldn't be scared or shy or feel intimidated by it, because the more we understand it, is the more we're going to be able to position it well for the betterment of our lives and our careers, and not fear that we're going to lose jobs. But let's think as to how we would be able to leverage AI, the power of AI, but through the intelligence that God has given us, we are able to then exploit it even more further beyond the possible. Yeah.
Dr. Noxolo, thank you so much. Dr. Noxolo Khubeka Dlamini, Chief Digital and Information Officer at Telkom, speaking to us about AI innovation and connectivity on this edition of AI Impact Talk. We will see you very soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
This episode is proudly brought to you by the Afrocentric Group, Southern Africa's most diversified healthcare group, building a winning health offering.